Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, Pooja. Very good morning. So today we will start with the new topic. But before starting the topic, I will ask you a few questions. Just raise your hands or unmute your mic. Don't give collective answers. Okay? So tell me that who act as a link between manufacturer and retailer?
Wholesaler.
Yes, very good. Wholesale. So in commerce, what we call the term which refers to buying and selling of goods and services in large quantities and for the purpose of resale and for intermediate use.
Channels of distribution.
Wholesale trade. Wholesale.
So, इसको क्या कहेगा?
Wholesale trade.
Yes, very good. Wholesale trade. Muskan, you have given the answer. Channels of distribution. Yes, wholesale trade is a part of channel of distribution. So, but our today's topic is wholesale trade. So open your notebooks and write down the meaning of wholesale trade. Wholesale trade refers to the process of buying and selling of goods and services in large quantities for the purpose of resale and intermediate use. So wholesale trade refers to the process of buying and selling. Wholesale, in the process of wholesale trade, there is buying and selling of goods and services in large quantities, not in small quantities, in large quantities for the purpose of resale to retailer or to other businessman or industrialist. Okay, and for intermediate use. Intermediate use here means for the purpose of production in the future for reproduction. So for example, we can say take the example of steel that the wholesaler of steel take the steel from the steel manufacturers and deliver it to the companies who made bicycles, cars, okay, for the end product. So in wholesale trade, the wholesaler um, collect the orders from the retailers in small quantities and deliver it to the manufacturers. So the wholesaler bear various types of risk and he used to sell the products in his own name. Okay, so now we will do the services which the wholesaler provide to the retailer. There are various services which the wholesaler provide to both manufacturer and retailer. But first we will do the services provided to the manufacturer. So our first point is facilitating large scale production. Facilitating large scale production. So the wholesaler give large scale orders to the manufacturers. You can see in this flashcard, this is the wholesaler, assume, and these are the retailers. Wholesaler collect large, orders from retailers in small quantities from different retailers, and that pool of the orders he then give it to the manufacturer. Okay, in this way, he provide the facility of large scale production. When the wholesaler provide large orders to the manufacturer, he does not have to worry about producing in small quantities. And this also bring the economics of scale. Economics of scale. Economics of scale here means cutting down the cost of production and cutting down the cost of production by increasing the level of the production. When the manufacturer produces in small quantities, he has to bear the production cost, which will be high. He has to bear the production cost, which is high as compared to when he produces in large quantities. Okay, so we can take here the example of the wholesaler in India is India Mart. Have you ever hear about India Mart? Anyone? India Mart is a company. No?
Yes, I have
Ye-
heard.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So India Mart is a company which provides the services of B2B, which means business to business. So it also provides the services that it connects the manufacturer and buyer from all over the India. So they can connect with each other at one platform. Okay. So our next point is bearing risk. So you tell me that where the wholesaler stored the goods which he collect from the manufacturer.
Warehouses?
Yes, very good, Pooja. Warehouses. Wholesaler stored the goods in warehouses, and when he stored the goods in warehouses, he has to bear a lot of risks. When the wholesaler collect the good from the manufacturer, he bear the risk in his own name. He has to sell the retailers in the goods in his own name. Okay. So our first risk he has bear is theft. Okay. When the goods are stored in the warehouses, the problem of theft is very prominent. We can say that there are various people who are looking around who have no work or something that we can go and in the godowns and हम चोरी कर लेते हैं या कुछ भी तो theft is the main problem which the wholesaler have to bear. The second picture is, will you tell me what you can see in this picture?
Price drop.
Yes, price drop. So now tell me that if the manufacturer if the wholesaler collect the goods from the manufacturer and store the goods in the warehouse for 1 month and till the sale that 1 month के लिए उसने store कर लिए and till that period the price drops of the goods, then what will happen? Yes.
He has to bear losses.
Yes, very good, Navneet. The wholesaler has to bear huge losses, or we can say small losses, but he has to bear the losses. So the second risk he has to bear is price drop. So the third risk he has to bear is fire. Sometimes we can see that
ठीक है बच्चे, बस कर ठीक है, ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈ। थोड़ी जिहियां दो चार पॉइंट्स ने। हेलो, हाँ बच्चे, आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी सर।
हाँ ठीक है, ਲੈਸਨ ਪਲਾਨ ਅੱਛਾ ਹੈ, ਲੇਕਿन ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੈ ਕਿਤੇ ਕਿਤੇ। ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫਲੈਸ਼ ਕਾਰਡ ਦਿਖਾਓ, ਫਲੈਸ਼ ਕਾਰਡ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਡੰਡੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਗਾਈ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਪਕੜਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ।
सर एक्चुअली दोनों साइड है ना, तो फिर मैंने सोचा कि जब मैं पीछे लगाऊंगी तो दिखेगी वो, दैट्स व्हाई।
ਓਕੇ, ਤੇ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰਾइस ਡ੍ਰੌਪ ਵਾਲਾ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਹੈ, ਇਹਦੇ ਚ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਪਿਕਚਰ ਲਗਾਈ ਹੈ ਨਾਲ ਨੀਚੇ?
से
ਪ੍ਰਾइस ਡ੍ਰੌਪ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਵਾਲੇ ਚ। ਹਾਂ, ਇਹ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਨੀਚੇ ਕਾਹਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੈ?
ਸਰ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਜਸਟ ਉਹ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਮਾਈਕ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ
ਓਕੇ
ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਗਿਰ ਗਿਆ।
ਅੱਛਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਮਾਈਕ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੱਕ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਚ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਹੈ who know the answer raise your hands।
ਓਕੇ
हैंड्स नहीं आएगा बच्चे, हैंड आएगा पहला, ठीक है। ਹੈਂ?
ਓਕੇ
ਇੱਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੇ ਬੋਰਡ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਇਕਨੋਮੀਜ਼ ਆਫ ਸਕੇਲ ਦਾ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕਸ ਬੋਲ ਰਹੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ, ਦੇਖੋ ਬੋਰਡ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਰਬ ਕਰਤਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਰੱਬ ਕੱਟਾ ਮੈਂ ਇਕਨॉमिक्स ਲਿਖਿਆ ਸੀ। ਹਾਂਜੀ ਇਕਨॉमिक्स
इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल है, ठीक है बच्चे। हाँ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
बाकी ठीक है, लेसन प्लान अच्छा है। थोड़ा ਜਿਹਾ ਹਲੇ ਵੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਰੁਕਦੇ ਹੋ है ना।
ਹਾਂਜੀ
वो मैं समझ सकता कोई नहीं, वो कोई नहीं हो जाएगा हौली हौली improve, ठीक है।
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ठीक है बच्चे, ओके।
गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स।
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Friends, today we are going to start a new topic. But before that, I would like to ask you some questions. So just answer that and avoid collective answers. Now, suppose students, you are owner of an organization, suppose XYZ organization, which is a very well-known company. Okay, and recently you have purchased a high-tech machinery to produce auto products in which you deal, and you purchase high-tech machinery from foreign country. And when the machine was set up and it was made to use, your manager found that he observed that the production quality, the products that are being produced are not up to the standard that they were used to be earlier before introducing that machine. Now he discusses the situation with you, and on investigation you found out that many of your employees, many of your workers don't know how to operate a particular high-tech machine. In such a, what will you do, students, so that your employees, your workers get knowledge about using that machine?
Training.
Very good. You will organize a training,
Guidance.
guide, guide them. What we are going to start about training. Going to learn about training. Okay, so what is training? First we will discuss its meaning. Training refers to process that improves your skills, abilities, aptitude and abilities to perform a specific task or a job. Okay, so training is a process that improves your abilities, your skills, and how you can perform better for a specific job in which you are working right now at the moment. It enables employees to improve their work quality. Now, tell me, students, what do you think? Is training and development one and the same thing?
No.
Very good. Training and development are not same. They are confused. Many people get confused that training and development is one and the same thing, but actually it is interrelated. And how it is different, we are going to discuss about it now. So as we know, training improves your abilities and skills, right? If training is the process of increasing the knowledge, increasing the knowledge. Like in the situation that I had given you was that your employees were producing the products before introducing the high-tech machinery. Means they were having the knowledge of producing the products on, but they were not having the knowledge about how to use that particular machine, how to operate on that machine. So training is a process of increasing the knowledge that you have to increase that particular knowledge. And on the other hand, development, development is a process of growth. Once you get trained in operating a machine, obviously you grow. Okay? So training increases the knowledge and development enhances the growth of a person, of an employee. Next difference between training and development is that training is job-oriented process. Now tell me students, have you ever heard the word job-oriented? Job-oriented process. Job-oriented means that focus on current situation. Your training focuses you to improve in your current job. And on the other hand, development, it is career-oriented process. How it is career-oriented process? It is career-oriented as it helps you to, and it prepares you for future to handle higher level jobs in future. Okay, so tell me students, how training is job-oriented process? Yes, training
Because
focus on,
it is it is related to the job of the person, task of the person.
yes, very. And how development is a career-oriented process?
Because it relates to future, because we develop now, we will means we will we'll excel in future after development.
Development is concerned with your future job, future position, and training is concerned with your current job, current position. Okay, and the last difference between the two is its duration. Training is for a short period of time, right? Like for a fixed time, 1 month or 2 months or so now am I audible? Now we will learn about its importance. So training is very important for both organization also and employees also. First, we will why training is important for organization. Training for organization, why it is important. So the very first point is it avoids wastage of efforts and money. Avoids wastage of efforts and money. Like in the situation that I have given you in the introduction, the employees do not have knowledge how to operate on that machine, right? So they were producing the products, but the products were not up to the quality, not up to the standard. So in such a situation, their efforts also got wasted, and also money because of raw material which is used. So once employees are trained, uh, organization's efforts and money. Next point is higher profit. Higher profit. Now, trained employees will be able to produce the products in quantity wise also. They will be able to produce the products in large quantities, and quality wise also they will be able to produce the quality products. In such a situation, your products will sell more and more, and thus your profits will improve. Okay. Next point is future manager. Training gives one a confidence to handle a particular situation. And suppose if in your organization your manager is on the leave, and if a problem arises, then trained employees will have that much of confidence to handle that particular situation, to take over that particular situation
ठीक है बच्चे,
through
बस कर
skills.
बस कर बस कर बस कर, बहुत अच्छा। चार्ट दिखा दो बस।
So ये methods of training का मैं चार्ट पे बनाया।
हाँ ये चार्ट अच्छा है भाई, ये ऐसे चार्ट बनना चाहिए, सारे जने देखो ध्यान से, ठीक है। वेरी गुड वेरी गुड, अच्छा है बच्चा।
So students, now I'm going to send you the video. Watch it carefully.
बच्चे वीडियो नहीं दिख रही,
One night, four college students were playing
बच्चे
till
वीडियो
late
नहीं दिख रही है।
for the test, which was
There's
scheduled.
no video at all.
In the morning, they
सर
thought
अपने
of a
फोन
plan.
पे दिखा दो।
They made themselves look as dirty with grease and
बच्चे
dirt.
वीडियो नहीं दिख रही।
To the
वीडियो नहीं दिख रही सर?
नहीं नहीं नहीं,
सर मैं ऐसे ही दिखाती हूँ आपको।
ब्लैंक स्क्रीन है। हाँ, आप ऐसे दिखा दो। हाँ और पास करो। हाँ चलो, हाँ हाँ चलो दिखो।
प्रेजेंटेशन
One night, four college students were playing till late night and could not study for the test, which was scheduled for the next day. In the morning, they thought of a plan. They made themselves look as dirty with grease and dirt. They then went up to the dean and said that they had gone out to a wedding last night, and on their return the tire of their car burst and they had to push the car all the way back, and that they were in no condition to appear for the test. So the dean said they could have the retest after 3 days. They thanked him and said they would be ready by that time. On the third day, they appeared before the dean. The dean said that as this was a special condition test, all four were required to sit in separate classrooms for the test. They all agreed as they had prepared well in the last 3 days. The test consisted of 2 questions with a total of 100 marks. And this is the question paper.
So students, have you watched the video carefully?
यस।
यस मैम।
Since all the 4 friends have not discussed about the tire bursting incident, which tire got burst? So all 4 of them will give different answers, as a result of which they will be caught by Dean. Clear? You have understood the entire situation, that both 4 of the friends are sent to the different rooms for the test. The question paper was given to them. Now everyone will give their own answers because they have not decided. So my first question to you is, what students you feel this 4 friends have been done before, so that their lie, the lie which they have spoken to the dean, will get a success?
प्लानिंग।
Yes, they should have done the planning. So students, today we are going to start with the topic of plan, its importance and the process of planning. Planning is the beginning of the process of management. It is an outlining, a future course of action. Students, write this line especially in your notebooks. It is an outlining, a future course of action to achieve an objective. Achieve an objective. That is, planning is getting ready to do something tomorrow. Like we have seen in the video also, the four friends, they have not planned that what can happen them to be in the future. For that, they need to decide it, that particular lie they had told to the dean, that which tire got bursted, so that their lie, the basically lie they had told to the dean got the success. So it is basically what we need to decide something in advance, priorly, which is the things which are not going to be occur in the future. We need to get ready to in present or today only. So organization often fails not because of lack of resources, but because of the poor planning. You have an ample of resources, but in spite of that, you have not planned how to make the viable or optimal use of those resources. It will got the wasted. It will got to be resulting to what? Increasing the cost. So planning is in this case very important. So planning may be an easy task for some, but for others, it could be the difficult as well. In planning, we basically see these four aspects in our mind. What is to be done, how it is to be done, when is it to be done, and by whom is it to be done. Now for clarifying these four aspects, I will give you an example. First, understand their meaning with the pictorial presentation. There is a person, he is basically saying where I am today, working as a supervisor or foreman. That is what it says, present position. This is what their present position, where the person is holding the position right now in an organization. He is a supervisor or foreman. Now, he is basically having the desired position in the mind, that where I want to be in the future, want to be a manager in the MNC. This is the desired position of the individual, the person who is aiming. So to reach from this present position to this desired position, what he needs to do, he needs to make an effective planning. And this effective planning can be done with these four aspects. What is to be done? Students, in what is to be done, what you are finding in this picture? What you are finding in this picture?
Implement,
Implement. Any other?
plan,
Method,
idea,
Yes.
sales.
Yes.
methods, time.
Very good. So these plan, idea, data, sales, these are what? These are the basically objective which needs to be done. Look at the next picture. How is it to be done? What is written over here?
Methods.
Methods. Exactly. Very good, Pratibha. Methods. So these are the techniques, modes which we need to follow up to achieve our desired position. Okay, the third, when it is to be done. What is written over here?
10 minutes.
Time, 10
Time.
minutes.
10 minutes. So which is basically depicting the time span. Then we have by whom it is to be done. We have top level, middle level and lower level. That who will do which particular of the task. Like we have learned earlier about the delegation of authority. We need to give assigning the responsibilities. So with the planning, we need to keep these levels also in mind. Clear? So next we have the definition according to the format. Planning in business is selecting the best course of action for achieving the predetermined objective of the business after making a careful evaluation of present condition and future trends regarding the external forces and internal forces. So students, open your notebooks and write down the key thing. The best course of action. From that, we need to make the best other options available to. We need to screen out those options, and then after that we need to select the best out of them. And we need to basically consider the present and future conditions. And for this, future trends. And this could be possible with the internal and external sources. We need to consider both of them. And after doing all this, the effective planning in an organization can be done, and the desired goals which are to be set by the organization can be achieved at the right time, at the right place, and by the right person also. Now, students, again I am going to show you one video.
मुस्कान, it's not clear. आपका नेटवर्क सही नहीं है.
क्या?
आपका नेटवर्क सही नहीं है, ब्लर है आपकी स्क्रीन, तो नेट दिख नहीं रही वीडियो.
एक सेकंड. Is it video? Okay.
So, students, have you watched the video? Yes, students, have you watched the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, even though the video was not that much clear, but I explained you, there are two persons, two friends. Basically, they are investing the money. The person one, he has invested priorly than the other. So basically what they are telling in the video is about the importance of planning. How much the planning is essential, is vital to you. So our first point is to achieve the objectives or goals. So yeah, planning is very important for every organization and even to the life of individual as well, so that they can achieve their goals or objectives. Goals are the long-term purpose of the life and objectives are for the short term. So basically, you can see the example over here that from the present position, when we move to the desired position, it is what achieving the goal through planning. I have given you example over here, example of Honda. In 1970, they have a vision, they have a this idea in their mind that we will destroy Yamaha. That is, they had a desired position to be achieved. So that is through the planning they can do. Next is Nike. In 1960, crush the Adidas. That means we need to finish the Adidas. Then Facebook, they have to give the power to share and make the world more open and connected. then Apple. So likewise, these brands, these companies are having the aim in their mind from the present position where we want to ahead in the future or the desired position. So this can be fulfilled with the planning only. So students, now tell me, what do you mean by the desired position? In your terms, what is desired position? Yes, students, what is desired position?
The position that we want to achieve.
Yes, what the position you want to achieve in the future. Next, we have the proper allocation of resources. Improper allocation results in decreased the productivity, increase the cost, resulting in business loss. In the meaning also, I have told you, we have an ample of the resources, but what would if we will not make a planning of it, that how we going to allocate in the proper area, that which particular area requires how much of the resources. So students, I'll ask you one question. Why organization fails in most of the cases in spite of having the ample of resources?
Because of poor planning.
Yes, because of poor planning. And now I have given you the example over here of McDonald's. In 1996, McDonald's put more than $150 million into advertisement. They have already spent more than it had ever spent on ad campaigns also. 150 से भी ज़्यादा they have spent on the ad campaigns. But result was what? For its new Arc Deluxe Burger, this product they have introduced, so they want to get awareness to the customers. But find out its customer weren't even interested in the more grown-up, sophisticated menu option. So
ठीक
result
है
is
बच्चे,
what?
बस कर बहुत अच्छा, ठीक है। बस थोड़ा जा ये अपना वीडियो की प्रॉब्लम हो गई, प्रॉपरली चलिया नहीं है ना।
जी सर।
हाँ, अदरवाइज तो तेरा लेसन ठीक ही होता है, ठीक है।
Okay sir, thank you sir. Good morning students. Today we are going to start with a new and a very interesting topic, and listen carefully. I will ask you a few questions. Listen carefully and don't give collective response. Okay. Now my first question is, what is the process of researching for the employees and stimulating them to apply for the jobs known as? The process of researching employees and stimulating them to apply for the jobs in an organization known as?
Recruitment.
Yes, very good. Now tell me how is the recruitment done? How can you recruit persons?
Through advertisement.
Yes, very good. Through advertisements, by making means we can give the advertisement newspaper, etc. Very good, Harman. Now tell me, is the recruitment sufficient to select for the person, for the organization? Sorry, we have to identify and choose the person from the available, right? So what is this process known as? Identifying and choosing the best person.
Selection.
Very good, Pratibha. So our today's topic is selection. So selection is students, write down the meaning of selection in your notebooks. Selection is the process of identifying and choosing the most appropriate person, or you can say the best person among available. Okay, student? Available. So selection is the process of identifying and choosing the most appropriate person among the available. So in the recruitment, many persons apply for the jobs, but we have to identify and choose. We have to identify the person based on the information they have provided, and we have to identify them, and we will choose among all the best person or the most appropriate person who will fit the job. Okay, the selection is the main point where the person is selected. Okay, students. Now tell me, what is the purpose of selection? For making accurate selection, what is its purpose? Why we need to make the accurate selection? Come on, students, tell me why we need to make the accurate selection.
So that we can choose
For the right person to the right job.
Yes, very good, Pooja. Selection is needed so that we can choose the best person for the right job. So the first purpose is that the organization gets the best person from all. Okay. Now tell me, when the in the selection process, the organization gets the best person. Now, will this enhance the self-esteem of that particular person? Will this selection process enhance the self-esteem of that particular person?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
How will it enhance?
Yes.
Because
Because
they will
Because he is being chosen according to his skills,
very good. Because he
according
is
to the skills
chosen.
he has
Yes,
written.
because as the one person is selected from many persons, of course he will feel that he is the most superior than all. So the next purpose is it enhances the self-esteem of the person. Enhances self-esteem of person selected, because he will feel that he is the best amongst all. So it will automatically enhance his self-esteem. Okay, students? Is it clear?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Very good. Now we will learn about the process of selection. In selection, we cannot select the person randomly. Okay, we have to follow some particular process step by step to select the most appropriate person. It is the most difficult point of staffing the person, because we will conduct some process to select one appropriate person for the vacant job. So here comes the process. Now look at this chart carefully. Is it visible? Is the chart visible? Is the chart visible?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now the first point of process is preliminary screening. So what is preliminary screening? The manager, preliminary screening helps the manager to check the information that is provided by the person, and he will eliminate the person who is not as much qualified or who is not fit for the job. What happens in recruitment? The person fills some information, fill some forms, and they provide their information in that particular form. So in preliminary screening, the manager will do screening of that forms. They will check the forms. They will check the information that is provided by the person, and they will in first point in preliminary screening, they will eliminate the unfit job seekers. Suppose they are going to appoint one computer operator, but in the vacancies for a computer operator. But in the their CV, the information that the person has provided in the application form, he has written that he does not know the skill of means operating the computers, and he is not aware of operating computers efficiently. So he will not be selected. He will be eliminated in the first point only, in the first step only he will be eliminated, because he is not fit for the particular job. Okay, students? Next comes the selection tests. So once the preliminary screening is done, then comes the selection test. The persons who are not eliminated in the first step, they will undergo some various tests for the selection purpose. Now, can you suggest me some of the tests which can be conducted to check the level of intelligence, or to check whether the person is fit for the job or not? What type of tests can be conducted?
Intelligence test,
Yes, very good.
Aptitude test,
Very good. Very good, Pooja.
personality
IQ
Very good,
level
test.
test.
Harman. Very good, very good. Now we will study about some of the tests, selection tests that are conducted by an organization to select a person. First comes the intelligence test. So what is the intelligence test? Intelligence test basically tells the level of intelligence that is questioned in an individual. Okay, his learning ability, his decision making power, etc. So intelligence test will tell us whether the person can take accurate decisions or not, whether the person is intelligent enough to operate in an organization or not. Okay. Next comes the aptitude test. Okay. Aptitude test uh, measures the aptitude test measures the individual's level to learn new things. Okay. In aptitude test, we will get to know whether the level of competency in a person to develop in future, whether he can learn new things easily or not. Next comes the personality test. Personality test measures the emotions of a person, his reactions, his maturity, his overall personality that is inherited in him will be checked through this personality test. Next comes the trade test. Trade test tells us how much skills or what skills are inherited in a person already. Students, are you clear with what I'm saying? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good. Now, trade test will check what all skills are inherited in him. And last come the interest test. Test will tell us whether the person is interested in the particular job or not. Okay. These 5 tests will be conducted to check the intelligence level, their aptitude level, their personality, the level of the skills inherited in them, and their interest.
ठीक है बच्चे.
Okay.
गुड ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਅੱਛਾ ਹੈ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਮਵਰਕ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੈ, ਪੜ੍ਹਿਓ ਮਾੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਮਵਰਕ.
So collect the information about your dad's business regarding how selection is done there.
ਹਾਂ, ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੇ ਡੈਡੀ ਤਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ, ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ?
Sir, whether they are working in an organization, suppose he is an employer, so he can means they can ask from the manager, or he can collect the information from there. अगर बिजनेस नहीं है, अगर वो एम्प्लॉयर है, तो वो वहां से भी अगर इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में या वहां पे कैसे सिलेक्शन होती है.
हाँ, तो ये कहना है कि डैड बिजनेस नहीं आएगा फिर, है ना?
सो
वर्डिंग,
फिर क्या?
हाँ, इसकी वर्डिंग चेंज होगी.
अबाउट
या था इन योर डैड
वर्क लिख
ऑफिस,
सकते हैं,
है ना?
वर्क भी लिख सकते हैं.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, है ना?
ओके सर, ओके.
या वेयर एवर योर फादर वर्क्स, है ना?
वर्क इज वर्किंग.
जहाँ पे
हाँ
भी
जी
काम
सर.
करते हैं. अब उसमें क्या हो जाएगा,
हाँ
चाहे
जी.
तो वो बिजनेस करते हैं
हाँ
या
जी.
फिर चाहे वो जॉब करते हैं, मतलब जहाँ पे भी वो कोई काम करते हैं वहाँ के उस पे क्या सिलेक्शन प्रोसीजर है वो
सिलेक्शन का हाँ
तो इससे
ठीक है
मेरे को
सर
ये सेंस आ रही थी कि भाई अपने डैडी के बिजनेस में वो कैसे मतलब सिलेक्शन
हाँ
करते
जी
हैं
हाँ
वो
जी
बताओ है ना
ओके सर
हाँ
ओके
तो हमने जो क्वेश्चंस है फिर वो लिमिट हो गया ना सिर्फ उन्हीं बच्चों के लिए
हाँ
जिनके
जी
डैडी
बिजनेस
जिनका
के लिए
बिजनेस है
यस
हाँ
यस
थोड़ा सा
सर
इस चीज का ध्यान रखना है बाकी अदरवाइज अच्छा है बच्चे लेसन ठीक है
ओके थैंक यू सर
ओके बच्चे ओके
गुड
Good
मॉर्निंग मैम।
morning.
ਮੋਰਨਿੰਗ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਿਊ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ ਪਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛਾਂਗੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਹੈਂਡ ਰੇਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਲੈਕਟਿਵ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣੀ ਓਕੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਨਾਓ ਲੁੱਕ ਐਟ ਦੀ ਪੈਕ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਜ਼ੀਬਲ ਹੈ
यस मैम।
ਕੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ
हल्दीराम आलू भुजिया।
good sit down and secondly ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਜ਼ੀਬਲ ਹੈ ਵਿਜ਼ੀਬਲ ਹੈ
यस
ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ
मैम।
ਕੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ
यस।
ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ
In
ਪੂਜਾ
the bowl,
लूज
there are
भुजिया
आलू भुजिया।
good sit down students ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਪੈਕ ਨਮਕੀਨ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਓਪਨ ਨਮਕੀਨ ਹੈ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਨਮਕੀਨ ਬਾਏ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ ਪੈਕਡ ਵਾਲਾ ਕਿ ਓਪਨ
पैकेज
good sit down students next question is ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖੁੱਲੇ ਨਮਕੀਨ ਦੀ ਬਜਾਏ ਪੈਕ ਨਮਕੀਨ ਕਿਉਂ ਚੁਣਿਆ ਪੈਕ ਨਮਕੀਨ ਕਿਉਂ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ
because it's
Because all the
a
information
brand
is
है
prescribed over the packet.
इट्स सेफ टू यूज
very good sit down students मेरा लास्ट क्वेश्चन है कि प्रोडक्ट ਦੀ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਜਾਂ ਕੰਟੇਨਰ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਲਈ ਕਾਮਰਸ 'ਚ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਕ ਸਪੈਸੀਫਿਕ ਟਰਮ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ
पैकेजिंग
ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ ਸਿਟ ਡਾਊਨ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੰਟਰਸਟਿੰਗ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਉਸਦੇ ਲੈਵਲਸ ਤੇ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਆਬਜੈਕਟਿਵਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ now open your notebook packaging its levels and objectives students now write down in your notebook what is packaging packaging किसमें आते हैं उत्पाद ਦੀ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਜਾਂ ਕੰਟੇਨਰ ਦੀ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਕਿਰਿਆ ਨੂੰ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ स्टूडेंट्स now listen carefully पैकेजिंग की है कि प्रोडक्ट ਦੀ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਜਾਂ ਕੰਟੇਨਰ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪ੍ਰਕਿਰਿਆ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ इसमें से एक एग्जांपल ना समझते हैं स्टूडेंट्स फॉर एग्जांपल स्नैक्स स्टूडेंट्स सपोज ਤੁਸੀਂ ਘਰ ਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਖਾਣ ਲਈ ਸਨੈਕਸ ਬਣਾਏ ਸਨੈਕਸ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਕਸਟਰਾ ਬਣਦੇ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਕਸਟਰਾ ਸਨੈਕਸ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਬਰਤਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਢੱਕ ਕੇ ਸਟੋਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਵਸਤੂ ਹੈ ਖਾਣ ਪੀਣ ਦੀ ਚਾਹੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਬਰਤਨ 'ਚ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਢੱਕ ਕੇ ਸਟੋਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਖੁੱਲਾ ਹੀ ਓਪਨ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਟੋਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਂਭ ਕੇ ਢੱਕ ਕੇ ਕਾਹਤੋਂ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹੋ
ताकि वो
because
खराब
खराब
ना
ना
हो,
होवे
और गुड
उसमें कीड़े ना पड़े।
वेरी गुड सिट डाउन स्टूडेंट्स उसी तरह की है ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਨੈਕਸ ਆ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਢੱਕ ਕੇ ਸਾਂਭ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਖਰਾਬ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਸਲਾਬਿਆ ਨਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕੀੜੇ ਮਕੌੜੇ ਨਾ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰਨ। ਉਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਹੈ ਖਰਾਬ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਸੇਫ ਰਹੇ, ਜਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕੀੜੇ ਮਕੌੜੇ ਨਾ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ ਜਾਂ ਮੌਸਮ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹ ਸਲਾਬਿਆ ਨਾ ਜਾਵੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਆਪਣਾ ਸੇਫ ਰਹੇ। ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਹੈ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਪਲਾਸਟਿਕ ਦੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਗੱਤੇਦਾਰ ਡੱਬੇ 'ਚ ਪੈਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਪਲਾਸਟਿਕ ਦੀ ਬੋਤਲ ਜਾਂ ਕੱਚ ਦੀ ਬੋਤਲ 'ਚ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ। ਹੁਣ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਮਟੀਰੀਅਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਲਈ, ਜਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੀ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਦਾ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੀ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਜਾਂ ਕੰਟੇਨਰ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਾ ਉਹਦੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਅੰਦਰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਐਂਡ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਇਜ਼ levels of packaging. Students, now write down in your notebook levels of packaging. Packaging ਦੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ-ਕਿਹੜੇ ਪੱਧਰ ਹਨ? ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ। Students, ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਇਹ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤਹਿ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਲੇਅਰ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤਹਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਅਖਵਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਨਾਲ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦਾ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਫॉर एग्जांपल look at the tube, सारे विजिबल है? हाँ जी स्टूडेंट्स,
यस
मैम उल्टा दिख रहा है।
की नजर आ रहा है? कोलगेट। वेरी गुड, सिट डाउन। स्टूडेंट्स, जिवें कि ये कोलगेट है, कोलगेट टूथपेस्ट की एक प्रोडक्ट है जो इस ट्यूब के अंदर है। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਲੇਅਰ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕੋਲਗੇਟ ਟੂਥਪੇਸਟ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਲੇਅਰ ਹੈ ਟਿਊਬ ਦੀ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਅਖਵਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ, ਮੇਰਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਨੂੰ ਇਸਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ? ਜੇਕਰ ਇਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਲਗੇਟ ਨੂੰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ?
नो।
Good. Sit down. Students, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਇਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਕੋਲਗੇਟ ਖਤਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ, ਪੂਰੀ ਕੋਲਗੇਟ ਅਸੀਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਯੂਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿੱਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪਰ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੀ ਯੂਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਐਂਡ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਇਜ਼ ਸੈਕੰਡਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ। ਸੈਕੰਡਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ, ਸੈਕੰਡਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਦੇ ਪੈਕਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਦੂਜੀ ਲੇਅਰ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਲੇਅਰ ਹੈ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਤੇ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੀ ਸੈਕੰਡਰੀ ਪੈਕੇਜਿੰਗ ਅਖਵਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ।
ठीक है बच्चे, बस कर।
तो ही इस बारे पता लगता
जसप्रीत बस कर।
सेकंड
जसप्रीत बस कर। हाँ बहुत अच्छा बच्चे, बहुत अच्छा पढ़ानी है। ठीक है, गुड, वेरी गुड। नेक्स्ट स्टूडेंट।
ओके, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स।
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम।
Good morning, ma'am.
मॉर्निंग मैम बेटा। So today we'll start with a very interesting topic, right? But before introduction of the topic, I'll ask you some questions, right? So don't give me collective answers.
just raise your hands or just unmute your mic and respond accordingly, right? So my first question is, one company in India trades with another company in India, that is called which trade?
Interstate trade.
Internal.
Yes, very
Home
good.
trade.
Very good, students. Very good. Please have a seat. So my next question is, one company in India trades with another company in Bangladesh. So this comes under which type of trade?
External trade.
Yes, very good.
International.
Very good, Shweta. So tell me, students, how value of goods is determined in both type of goods? The value of goods is determined by which? Yes, students.
Money.
Yes, yes, very good, Ratika.
Currency.
Yes, very good, Shweta. Very good. So my next question to you is, what are the different factors which affect internal trade? What are the basic?
Transportation.
Yeah. Pardon?
Transportation.
Yes. Yes, very good, Harman. Well tried. Okay. So my next question is, what are the different factors that affect external
Value
trade?
of currency of that country.
Very good, Shweta. Very good, students. So what are the different factors that affect external trade?
Taxes.
Yeah. Any of the factor that comes in your mind?
Policies or some legal factors.
Good policies, cultures. Okay, students. So today we'll start with the new topic, the difference between the internal and international trade. Difference between internal and international trade. So students, as we all are familiar with these two words, internal and international trade, right? So today we'll start. I'll give you a small first the meaning of internal trade, international trade. Internal trade is basically, or the other two names of internal trade are home trade or domestic trade. We also call internal trade as home trade or domestic trade, right? So internal trade is when there is a trade or there is exchange between the two states within the nation or across the boundaries of the nation, right? So there is a trade that happens within the countries or within the boundaries of the countries of a nation. So there is the seller and the buyer are from one single country, right, students? So the seller and the buyer of the exchange, both are exchanging the goods are related to the same country. Hence, international trade is, we also call it as foreign trade or external trade, right, students? International trade is something that transfer of goods from one country to another country, or the trade that takes place between the two or more countries, right? So the seller and the buyer of the so the seller and buyer are from different countries, right? Seller and buyer are from different countries. Now we'll do the difference between the internal and international trade. Just take out your notebooks. Now you all are familiar with these two words, internal and international trade, as we have done so many times. So just take out your notebooks. So here we have three columns. kindly just make 3-column box in your notebooks and write down in the first column there is basis of meaning, basis of differences. In second column there is internal trade, or in the third column there is international trade. So the first basis of difference is meaning. Students, as we have discussed so many times, that the internal trade is basically the exchange of goods and services within the boundaries of a nation. So there here in internal trade column, there is transfer of goods or transfer of transfer of goods or transfer within the borders of a nation, right? In international trade, there is trade between two or more countries. Here the trade between two or more countries, that means there is exchange of goods and services between the two or more countries, right students? As I have, you can see in this flashcard, there is exchange of goods between the two countries, India and Iran. We are sending goods to Iran, spices, and we are importing the goods from Iran, right? So there is an international trade happens in between the two countries, right students? So the next point is exchange of currencies. Exchange of currencies. Students, in internal trade, there is no exchange of currencies takes place. Just write down in your notebook, there is no exchange of currencies takes place. Why there is no exchange of currencies? Because internal trade is within the country or within the boundaries of the nation. So there is only one currency, one single currency. Hence there is no exchange of currency because same currency in the country. We are trading in the same currency of the nation, right? In international trade, there is an exchange of, it involves exchange of currencies between the nations of the country. Why there is an exchange of currencies? It involves exchange of goods currencies because we are sending or exchanging goods and services in exchange for a currency, or money, right? So there, in international trade, it involves two currencies or any currency with which we are trading, in with which country we are trading. If there is a trade between India and USA, there is exchange of currency of that particular currency, that particular country. Students, I'm just sharing you my screen and tell me students, so students tell me which symbol is this?
Indian rupee.
Yeah, and which country it belongs to?
India.
Yeah, very good. So students tell me which symbol is this?
Dollar.
Yes, and which country it belongs to? Or it belongs to which country?
US.
USA.
Yes, very good students. So are you clear with these 2 points? Yes, students, are you clear with these 2 points?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next point is,
ठीक है बच्चे, बस कर नवनीत, बस कर। ठीक है, वेरी गुड। ये लेसन प्लान्स नहीं लगाया बच्चे ने,
की चीज सर?
ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਫੋਟੋਆਂ ਦਿਖਾਈਆਂ ਨੇ।
ਉਹਦਾ ਸਿੰਬਲ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਡਰਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ ਸਰ।
अच्छा, ओके।
ਔਰ ਬਾਕੀ ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੰਬਲ ਆਈ ਮੀਨ ਪਿਕਚਰਸ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਰ ਡਰਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ ਪਿਕਚਰਸ, ਪੇਸਟਿੰਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ। ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਸ਼ੇਅਰਿੰਗ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਹੀ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਵੀ।
ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਚਾर्ट भी बनाया है?
ਚਾर्ट ਸਰ ਰੀਕੈਪ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਾਇਆ।
नहीं, इन बिटवीन
नहीं,
चार्ट कोई नहीं है
मैं
ना?
ਦੁਆਰਾ ਹੀ ਕਰਵਾ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ।
चलो ठीक है ओके। अच्छा पीके टेस्टिंग बच्चे तेरी ठीक नहीं है। पीके टेस्टिंग ना थोड़ी डिफिकल्ट ਸੀਗੀ ਔਰ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਵੀ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਰੰਸੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀ ਹਾਊ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਆਫ ਗੁੱਡਸ ਇਜ਼ ਡਿਟਰਮਾਈਨਡ ਇਨ ਬੋਥ ਟਾਈਪ ਆਫ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ। ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਵੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਟਰਮਾਈਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਹੈਨਾ। ਇਨ ਐਕਸਚੇਂਜ ਕਿਆ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ ਕਰੰਸੀ ਜਾਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇਹ ਆਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀ। ਟਾਈਮ ਪੈਸਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਜਵਾਬ ਆਏਗਾ। ਹਾਊ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਇਜ਼ ਡਿਟਰਮਾਈਨਡ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ प्रोसेस आ जाएगा ना विशेष टैक्स लगता है फलाना टैक्स है जीएसटी है ये वो है ना वो फिर प्रोसेस आ जाएगा। एक्सचेंज या करंसी नहीं जवाब आएगा। ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਰੰਸੀ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਵਾਬ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ।
पीके टेस्टिंग तो ठीक नहीं है, सारे चेंज करने हैं।
ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਪਤਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਨਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਡਿਫਿਕਲਟ ਨੇ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਲਾਸਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਕੀ ਸੀਗਾ what are the different factors that affect external trade है ना ਕਿਹੜੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਫੈਕਟਰਸ ਅਫੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹ ਬੜੇ ਡਿਫਿਕਲਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਆ ਬੱਚੇ।
सर ये वाले क्वेश्चन इस बेसिस पे रखे कि डिफरेंस करवाना है तो एक पॉइंट थोड़ा सा वो वाला रख लिया, दो क्वेश्चंस लास्ट वाले कि होते फिर अनाउंस हो जाए टॉपिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन इंटरनल इंटरनेशनल।
ਨਹੀਂ ਬੜੇ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਹੈਨਾ। ਮਤਲਬ ਪੀਕੇ ਟੈਸਟਿੰਗ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣੋ। ਪੀਕੇ ਟੈਸਟਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕਰਵਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਔਖੇ ਪੁੱਛੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਤਾਂ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਬੱਚੇ ਦਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਈਜ਼ੀ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ।
As we have done so many topics on this topic, that's why I have made this kind of questions. I mean,
ਹਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ
students
ਠੀਕ
can.
ਹੈ ਆਪਾਂ ਐਜ਼ਿਊਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਟਰਨਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਔਰ ਐਕਸਟਰਨਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਕਰਾ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੈਨਾ। ਆਪਾਂ ਐਜ਼ਿਊਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਅਕੋਰਡਿੰਗਲੀ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਡਿਫਿਕਲਟ ਨੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਹੈਨਾ। ਔਰ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਸਿਮੂਲੇਟਡ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਫੇ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਣੇ ਹੈਨਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नेक्स्ट स्टूडेंट।
Good morning, students. Hope everybody is doing good. So today we are going to start a very new topic, but before that, answer me a few questions, okay? So what are financial markets? Define financial markets. Anybody?
Where sale and purchase of financial instrument is there.
Yes, very good. Okay, so next question is name two sectors which are involved in economic system. What are the two sectors which are involved in any economic system?
Banks.
Yes, you can say that banks.
Financial markets.
What are the two main factors? What are the two main sectors that are involved in financial markets? Think about it. It starts from B. Can it be business? Are businesses involved in financial markets? Yes, please respond.
Yes.
Yes, businesses are involved in financial markets, and the other sector is households. So business acts as investors and households act as savers. Okay. So what are the various ways in which a business can invest their funds in? What are the different kinds of ways? Yes.
Financial assets.
Yes, very good. Financial
Shares,
assets.
debentures.
Yes, very good. Shares and debentures. So what is the term that is given specifically for the markets that deals in buying and selling of these kind of securities? What are the term? What is the specific term given for that kind of market?
Financial market.
Yes, financial markets. It is included in financial market. So so today's topic is secondary capital market, which is also known as stock exchange or stock market. Have you all heard of this term stock exchange before?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So what is a stock exchange? Stock exchange is another name for secondary capital market. It is an institution which provides a platform for the potential investors to buy and sell existing securities. Okay. So write down the definition in your notebooks. Stock exchange, it is a institution which provides platform for buying and selling of existing securities. It helps the investors to de-invest, and it makes a very easy entry for new investors to invest in the market. Okay, so stock exchange also helps in exchange of securities into money and money into securities. Okay, is it clear? So now tell me, what are the two main stock exchanges in India? Name the two main stock exchanges that are currently operating in India.
National Stock Exchange.
Yes, very good. National Stock Exchange. And the other one is?
Bombay Stock Exchange.
Yes, very good. The first one is the National Stock Exchange and the second one is Bombay Stock Exchange. So here's a fact about both of them, that Bombay Stock Exchange is the oldest stock exchange that is operated in the India, and National Stock Exchange is the largest one. Do you all know where are these located? Yes, these are, both of them are located in the city of Bombay. So have a look. This is the picture of Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay, and this is National Stock Exchange. Okay, is it clear? Is the picture visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Very good. So, okay, students, tell me, where is the stock exchange of Ludhiana situated? Where is it in Ludhiana?
Firoz Gandhi Market.
Yes, very good. It is situated in Firoz Gandhi Market. So now we are going to learn about the functions of stock exchange market. What are the basic functions of stock exchange market? Now look at the chart. The very first function is provides liquidity and marketability. So now before starting the functions, please anybody tell me, what is the meaning of liquidity? What is liquidity? You all have heard this term a lot in your accounts. What is liquidity?
Easily
The
converted
asset which
into
can
cash.
be easily
Easily
converted in
converted
cash.
into cash.
Yes, very good. These are the assets which are easily convertible into cash. So how does stock exchange provide liquidity and marketability? Is in a way that stock exchange helps in the continuous flow of savings from one sector, that is households, and the other sector, which is business, who are the potential investors. Continuous flow of savings from households and business, which in return are,
चार्ट नहीं दिखाया
सर ये चार्ट अभी दिखा रही हूँ, अभी खोलना है, 1 मिनट सर मैं खोल दूँ सारा.
बस एक पॉइंट और खोल दो बस मेरे को दिखाओ
हाँ जी सर।
हाँ ठीक है बच्चे, हाँ ये चार्ट ठीक बनाया है, गुड। लेकिन वो ऊपर स्पेस क्यों छोड़ दी?
वो सर मेरे को लग रहा था कि यहाँ ना जगह थोड़ी ये कवर कर लेगा, पर उसने किया नहीं, थोड़ा वो गलत हो गया
हाँ
प्लानिंग
एक
में।
इसमें मैं एक और सजेशन देता हूँ कि जब हमें लगे ना कि हमारे पॉइंट्स लंबे हैं, है ना,
हाँ जी
और
सर।
आपने 6 ही
हाँ
पॉइंट
जी।
लिखने हैं सिर्फ, है ना,
हाँ
तो
जी। हाँ जी।
उसको हॉरिजॉन्टल बना लिया करो चार्ट को,
ठीक
ताकि
है सर।
ताकि जो लाइन है वो एक में ही पूरी आ जाए।
ठीक है,
हाँ
ठीक है जी।
वैसे भी बनाया जा सकता है। और जो आपने ये पिक्चर्स
ओके सर।
दिखाई हैं ये कॉपी में नहीं लगाई बच्चे?
सर ये मैंने ना बाद में सोचा कि ये पिक्चर्स दिखाई जा सकती हैं, तो वो प्लान मैं आपको भेज चुकी थी पहले ही।
ठीक है, ये लगा देना उसमें, ठीक है।
हाँ जी। हाँ जी
हाँ,
सर।
और पीके टेस्टिंग बच्चे क्यों इतनी डिफिकल्ट करते हो सारे ही?
सर ये क्योंकि फाइनेंशियल मार्केट्स पहले ही कराए, तो ये तो बड़े बेसिक क्वेश्चंस थे फाइनेंशियल मार्केट्स के,
पता क्या है
क्योंकि इससे पहले सारा उसका
बच्चे,
कॉन्सेप्ट था।
लिसन एवरीबॉडी, सारे सुन रहे हो?
यस सर। हाँ जी
Yes,
सर।
sir.
2-3 बच्चे सुन रहे हैं सिर्फ, बाकी
Yes, sir.
Yes,
यस
sir.
सर।
अभी भी सारे नहीं हुए, बाकी बोलो।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We all are listening.
हाँ ठीक है। तो
Yes, sir.
देखो पीके टेस्टिंग में ना बड़ा आसान करके कराओ इसको बच्चे, पीके टेस्टिंग से ही तो इंटरेस्ट बच्चे का क्रिएट होना है। अगर वहीं पे बच्चे को क्वेश्चंस नहीं आए तो उसका मन मतलब वहीं पे खराब हो जाएगा, मूड खराब हो जाएगा, इंटरेस्ट नहीं उसका बनेगा, फिर वो 40 मिनट आपको नहीं सुनेगा, ठीक है। इसमें
सर जैसे अब मैंने अब फाइनेंशियल मार्केट्स में ये सबसे लास्ट टॉपिक है सेकेंडरी मार्केट का, तो सर पहले प्राइमरी भी हो गया, फाइनेंशियल मार्केट्स का भी सारा हो गया, तो फिर सर ये तो फिर पता ही होगा ना उनको। अब जैसे अब हमने यहाँ नहीं किया।
हम ये अज्यूम कर रहे हैं ना, आप ना ऐसे मान
हाँ
के
जी।
चला करो कि मतलब नॉन कॉमर्स वाला जो स्टूडेंट है हम उसको करवाना टॉपिक, ठीक है, फिर आप पीके
ठीक है
टेस्टिंग
सर।
आसान बनाओगे।
ओके सर।
हाँ, इसको आप सिर्फ स्टॉक मार्केट तक भी ले आते बच्चे को तो वो बच्चा आंसर दे देता बड़े आराम से।
हाँ जी।
स्टॉक मार्केट तक ले आओ सिर्फ, है ना। हाँ, उसके बाद
ठीक
आप
है।
शुरू हो जाओ कि हाँ स्टॉक मार्केट को हम सेकेंडरी मार्केट भी कहते हैं, है ना। जैसे
ओके
आपका
सर।
सेकंड क्वेश्चन था इसमें ये 2 सेक्टर्स वाला, है ना, उसका आंसर नहीं आया।
हाँ जी। हाँ जी सर।
हाँ, अगर उसका आंसर बच्चे नहीं दे पाएंगे तो फिर बच्चे का इंटरेस्ट नहीं बनेगा, ठीक है।
ठीक
हाँ
है
ये
सर।
ठीक है, बाकी आपने होमवर्क भी ठीक दिया है ये, ठीक है, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। चलो
ओके,
नेक्स्ट
थैंक यू सर।
स्टूडेंट।
Devamsa start. Good morning, students.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. So today we are going to start a very interesting topic. But before starting the topic, I'll ask you some questions. Please answer the questions, unmute yourselves, and don't give me collective response. And in which economic activity a person's aim is to earn profit?
बिजनेस।
Business.
Good. And what is provided by business to the consumer to satisfy their wants?
प्रोडक्ट।
Goods
Very
and
good.
services.
Very good. Very right. And what we call a term when it is the duty of businessman to provide better quality of goods and services to the society.
CSR, corporate social responsibility.
Very good. Very right. So today we will learn about social responsibilities. As we can say, it is the combination of two words, that is the social and next one is the responsibility. So first we have to understand the meaning of these two. So what do you mean by social? Social means it is linked to the society. And the responsibilities is means it is the obligation or the duty towards something. So when we combine this word social responsibilities, so what will be the meaning? The meaning is social responsibility is the responsibility of a business towards society. Is it clear? So social responsibility of a business implies that business should not run only with the viewpoint of profits, but it should also serve the interest of the consumers. So a business can help the society by providing them better quality products at cheap rates. So write down the definition of the social responsibility. Social responsibility refers to business practice that involves participating in initiatives that benefits society. So what is it? Social responsibility refers to business practice that involves participating in initiatives that benefits society. Means businessman has to take initiatives for the benefits of the society. So is it clear to all? So our next is why there is a need of social responsibility. So very first need is market formation. What is market forces? Our first point is market forces. Now what is market forces? It makes the businessman more responsible. Due to tough competitions in the market, only those producers will survive who produce quality products goods at a lower price. And our next is government interventions. What is government intervention? A businessman has to obey various rules and laws by the government, that is enacted by the government. So he has to pay wages according to the laws provided by them, and he has to set the price of the product according to the laws. So it is so is this point clear to you? Then next is the of growth of professional managers. As professional managers are appointed to do the management in the business, so they can understand the difficulties of the labor, they can understand the situation of the laborers, and so professional managers helps to the society to solve their problems and the difficulties. Then is fourth point is Growth of trade unions. Growth of trade union is workers can know how to bargain the higher wages, how to bargain for the higher wages, how to bargain for the better working conditions. Now managers also try to give more or better quality services to the workers also. So to avoid the conflicts. Our next point is public scrutiny. Public scrutiny is a situation where पब्लिक इज नॉट, जहां पर पब्लिक इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होती स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज में काम करने के लिए, लेकिन बट द पब्लिक इज इंटरेस्टेड टू नो द फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन ऑफ द बिजनेस. They can, so as the financial records are submitted, are registered in the companies, so registrar of companies, so public can see the situation, see the financial position of the company by paying the nominal fees. So that's why there is always the efforts are always given to they always try to improve the image of the business towards the social responsibility. And next is kinds of social responsibility. Kinds of social responsibility. Very first is economic responsibility. What is economic responsibility? Economic is a business activity. A business is an economic activity. So they have to produce only goods and services that are beneficial to the society and also sell them on a profit. And our next is legal responsibility. As the name suggests, it is a legal responsibility. So every business has to follow rules and laws for the proper control. And a company who obeys the laws and follows the rules is considered as socially responsible. Is it clear to all?
ठीक है बच्चे, बस कर, चार्ट दिखा दो मेरे को.
हाँ जी सर.
हाँ ठीक है बच्चे, ठीक है, वेरी गुड.
सर एक और पॉइंट भी बोल दूं?
नहीं बस ठीक है. इसमें कोई फ्लैश कार्ड वगैरह नहीं इसकी, या फिर पिक्चर वगैरह कहीं पे?
सर मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा था कैसे करूं मैं, इसलिए फिर किया नहीं. थोड़ी सी प्लानिंग की वो डेफिशिएंसी रह
आप लोग
गई.
डिस्कस कर लिया करो ना बच्चे एक दूसरे के साथ, है ना?
ओके सर.
हाँ. और ये क्वेश्चन जो आपने प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ टॉपिक है ना, उसमें वो लिखा नहीं, वो क्वेश्चन वाली लाइन जो मैं बोलता होता हूँ हमेशा.
सर कौन सी?
प्रेजेंटेशन में आपने लिखा है यूज चार्ट.
यस सर.
चार्ट तो वो हमने स्पेसिफिक एड में लिख दिया ना. यहाँ पे तो हमने करना है कि एक्सप्लेनेशन मेथड है या डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन मेथड है या डिस्कशन मेथड है, और साथ में पीपल टीचर विल आस्क सम क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम टू कीप स्टूडेंट्स एक्टिव, है ना?
ओके
ये
सर,
लाइन
नेक्स्ट
मुझे
टाइम आई ऐड.
हाँ, ये लाइन मैंने हमेशा बोली है. इसका मतलब है आप फ्री टाइम में ना, आप जो वीडियोस हैं बच्चों की वो देख लिया करो ना, जो मैं अपलोड करता हूँ.
ओके सर. सर एक्चुअली फ्री टाइम रहता ही नहीं है, बहुत मुश्किल हुई पड़ी है.
अब चलो फिर गलतियां करते रहो फिर, है ना? ऐसे ही
सर नहीं सर, डेफिनेटली
और ये जो ब्लैक बोर्ड आपने
improve
जो ब्लैक बोर्ड लगाया है कॉपी में, आपने यहाँ लिखा तो बहुत कुछ है ब्लैक बोर्ड पे, लेकिन जो नीड के जो पॉइंट हैं वो आपने कॉपी पे सिर्फ हेडिंग्स ही लिखी हैं ब्लैक बोर्ड पे।
जी सर।
जो नीड के पॉइंट्स हैं, हेलो आवाज आ रही है बच्चे?
हाँ जी सर। हाँ जी सर आ रही है।
ये जो नीड के पॉइंट्स आपने लिखे हैं वो कॉपी में ब्लैक बोर्ड के ऊपर सिर्फ हेडिंग्स ही लिखी हैं, उनकी एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं लिखी, उसकी डिटेल
सर बोर्ड पर भी
बोर्ड पे।
एक्सप्लेनेशन लिखनी है बोर्ड पर भी?
हाँ तो बोर्ड पे सिर्फ पहला हेडिंग थोड़ी आएगी।
ओके सर मैं लिख दूंगा।
आपने बोर्ड पे इतना कुछ
ओके
लिखा
सर
है
मैं ऐड कर
वो
देती हूँ।
सारा वहां पे भी आएगा, ठीक है। और ये कॉपी में नहीं देख के
ठीक है
बोलना
सर
बच्चे।
मैं ऐड कर
हाँ
दूंगी।
कॉपी में देख के नहीं बोलना, ठीक है।
ओके सर।
हाँ।